Do you think that we as a church should try to define what marriage, the definition of marriage, what that is? Or do we want to go there? Or just a thought?
Yeah, sure, Bob. Thank you for that. We've had a lot of, I don't know if you're thinking about, some of our LGBTQ conversations that we've been having in the last couple of weeks. Maybe you are, but Watermark stands by the historical doctrinal position of the Universal Church, which is a marriage is a one man, one woman covenant. And, we stand by that. And yet there's a whole rest of a conversation that we can have, about people who are struggling with same-sex attraction. Maybe your neighbors and friends, maybe you in this room right now, count yourself as part of that LGBTQ community. And we want you to know you can be a believer even and still be wrestling through some of those attraction issues. There's a place for you here to be safe, to be in process. We want to make sure that you know that you can be in process here with your ideas and your background and your story. And so that's kind of the message we always play on. And, we believe that everyone can be a Christian. Not everyone can be a leader, but everyone can be a Christian. And so you can come even from that community and full circle. We believe cover to cover. I love how you started. We had a worship song that was about Revelation, and then there's your message, Genesis to Revelation. This is the one issue I'd say. I'm going down that vein of LGBTQ for a moment, but it's a misnomer to believe that there's only 6 or 7 passages that talk about one man, one woman, or that explicitly mention homosexuality in the Bible. There are those 6 or 7 prominent ones you've maybe heard, but you have to take that and put it in with Genesis to Revelation. And Genesis opens with one man, one woman, this marriage picture we just saw today, and then it ends in Revelation with a marriage feast, which is a one man, one woman picture. So when you have a whole Bible narrative that's banking on that concept, you at least have to wrestle with that, regardless of what you believe today about the LGBTQ community. There really is a binary that one author says about the Bible's message. There is a binary there, and we just have to sit with that and wrestle with that. So I'd encourage you to do that.
Amen.
I was curious what you meant by the term Christian. You said everybody could be a Christian, but biblically there's a lot of discussion about how difficult it is to follow God and Jesus, and wide is the way to damnation and narrow is the road to Christ. So I was curious what you mean by everyone can be a Christian.
Thank you for that. Yeah, important clarifier. I would have used the word anybody, and I'm talking about anybody who's aspiring to be a believer. So it's built on an assumption that they actually want to know Christ, they want to read the Bible, they want to be in the lifelong journey of submitting their preferences and their lifestyle and everything to the Lordship of Christ. And so I meant in that way, anybody can aspire to it. And then there's a whole other conversation in this, but there are some folks who would identify as gay their whole life and also say, God and my Christ following has called me to be abstinent. So they may refer to themselves as a gay, abstinent Christian, And so that was what I was at in terms of those language and identity markers. Great question. Thank you for the clarification.
Great question, yeah.